Okay, so good evening to all of you, and let me just again, as usual, let me just give a recap to all of you what we have gone through. So normally, as a whole, in the database admin part, we have three vertical, means three part as a whole. So we have finished the first part, and that includes what? Mainly the architecture part, then the networking part, then the data security part. Okay, so in broader sense, this three category in last 10 or 11 days we spent, or maybe around 12, 13 hours we spent. And you guys hope got the clear idea. At least if somebody will ask us what is Oracle Database architecture, at least we can visualize what exactly it is. Same thing if somebody will ask us, okay, what exactly that the networking part, like client and server, how to just make connection, how to establish the connection. That means the listener where it is staying, like in the client side or the server side, we are clear with. How to make connection, how to troubleshoot, that is crystal clear to us. As far as our data security is concerned, we all are clear with, like how to just give different permission, right? So we have gone through in last two sessions, we have gone through exactly means the real life scenario, like what kind of work you are going to get. Okay, so that part we have covered. Now, what exactly the third part is? So before going to start, that means as a whole, the next what we are going to learn. So let me give you the clear picture what exactly we have in the three module or three part. Okay. So in the next thing, what we are going to start is the backup and recovery part. Okay. So in this backup and recovery, let me share my screen and just give me a minute. Okay. Okay. So I'm just about to share my screen. Just and hope you all are getting just paint. Okay, one just blank screen, and here I'm going to just give you. So the very first part, what we have already, suppose this is under that, what as a whole Oracle DB. Okay, so okay, so Oracle DB. Under that, we have said three part, right? So what exactly the next under three part? I'm just, this is, and under that we are going to have first part, what we all have covered so far. Okay, I'll put in inside it. Okay, so okay, one by one I'll be just putting. Okay, so under that, it's a DB architecture. Then what we have gone through? We have gone through networking. And after that, what we have gone through? Data security or data and the user. And under that, there were different categories like different processes and all those. I'm not just going into much more detail. Now, in the next, what we have to do, the second part, Just a second. Give me a second. I'm just resetting. Somehow it's got stuck. So I'm just resetting it one more time. Okay. So hope you all are getting. So under that, what we are having mainly the backup and recovery. Backup and recovery. Now, under that, there are different subtopic. I'm not going to write everything, but in broader sense, whatever it's supposed to come, just sharing that part. Okay. So under that, what we have something called hot backup, something called cold backup. Now, why we are saying hot backup? What is hot backup? What is cold backup? Just get familiar with the terms, terminology. Okay, so that will help a lot in coming sessions. So hot backup, cold backup. Apart from that, some term called logical backup and physical backup. Logical backup, then physical backup. Now, what else? Something called RMAN. This is one of the main tools we all are using in the industry. Oracle DBA, you must know this thing. So anything, whatever topic I have given, maybe 3, 4 bullet points, each and every point is very, very, very important. Now, under that RMAN, we are having different, that means we need to learn how to do setup. We need to just learn here how to take something called full backup, something called incremental backup, and internally many more things. Okay, so this is going to be the second most important part. Now, what else? And the third, the final part, under that we are going to have what? This is again, this is very little bit pain area for all the working professionals. Okay, so that is known as, in short, we used to say PT. In full, it's a performance tuning. Performance tuning. So what performance tuning is all about? If somebody will ask us, can you please tell me a little bit about this? What exactly we used to do in this? So backup, we know something. We used to keep backup in case of some emergency. In case of something got corrupted, we can just restore it back. So some idea at least we are getting here. But in performance tuning, what happens? What will happen? Suppose some, due to n number of reasons inside database, if the data is not getting accessed by end user, it may be accessed, but it is taking longer time than expected. Say, for example, I used to give, suppose you went to bank for doing some update or some things, and you are just giving your account number, or just the customer care executive, they need your some basic input, right? After giving that input, you are standing and just, and what request they are saying, sir, server is slow. What exactly? Or link is not there. That could be n number of reasons. That n number of reasons, it may be the issue from the database side. That means whichever data supposed to be populated pretty fast, it is getting stuck. Maybe you are doing some online transaction Sometimes what happened, the moment we are just doing any that transaction, what happened, the thing is just keep, the browser is keep just moving. And we are not getting the desired screening, or maybe whatever transaction we're supposed to do. Again, that could be n number of reasons. Okay, so that could be n number reason. What that could be, what that number we are referring to. Okay, so that number of reasons we are going to discuss in this performance training. How to write the query, what we have learned in a month back, approx, that SQL statement. The moment we are writing, there are different ways to write. If you will write in this way, the thing will be much more faster. So what that way? And there are n number of internal things. What next? We are going to have n number of report or reporting option that will give us the exact problem, what is going on into database side. That report will tell us exactly whether the load is there on the server or not, which query is taking longer time, due to what reason. Even with the help of the report, we will come to know which particular query need to tune or need to fix. Maybe some issue with their specific set of query, that maybe one query, maybe 10 query. And even beauty is, you will be getting the suggestion also that, okay, please do this thing, the thing will be resolved. And by doing all those steps, the thing will be resolved. What resolve? Performance. What type of performance? Earlier, query used to take maybe, one query is taking maybe 2 minutes. Now it is same query, by just doing some little tweak or twist, 2 seconds. Within 2 seconds, you are going to get a result. So term-wise, what we are going to discuss, something called, this is technical term, AWR report. This is AWR report, okay? That will help us. What else? Something called ADDM report. Different report, different purpose, okay? What else? We are going to have something called ASH report. Something called ASH report. So this 3 report will give us the crystal clear idea of what is going on in the system. System I'm referring to Oracle database. Apart from that, if you guys remember, when we were just discussing something called a select star from EMP, something called execution plan. So you will able to just see it from your eyes how execution plan works. What exactly execution plan means. Till now, what we have discussed, just basic concept, basic theory part. But in this, what you are going to get? You are going to get exact raw thing. What you will be doing. By doing this, the entire path will change automatically. After effect of doing some tweak and twist. So that is going to give us total, means it's a crystal clear idea. And apart from all these things, so what I was saying, that execution plan, okay? Execution plan. How to just make it, see it, how to make better plan, those things. Definitely we are not going to write plan, but we are doing some tweak, some twist that will help us to give that output. So bottom line, fast performance. That is the whole aim. Okay, so this is what we are going to. So we are done with the first part, that is most time taking. Okay, the second part we are going to start, and we are going to be familiar with main some sub topic, or you all are going to be familiar with the terminology. Okay, so what exactly the focus area for the backup and recovery part? So let me just so the next we are going to discuss the backup, and the moment we are saying backup, moment you're saying backup, mainly broader sense, this is very, listen this thing very carefully. If you want, whoever is just attending regularly, you can make a note also in pen paper. This is of mainly two types. Okay, so the same thing I'm going to draw again here. Okay, under that, the first is known as cold backup. Question is, what is cold backup? And same, something called hot backup. Because these basic terms we fail to understand in a database context. So what exactly this two term is? So backup, we have to be very clear. Backup means what? Suppose we used to take, suppose you are working, we all have idea about Word document, right? So whenever we are writing, if you want to take backup, what we used to do? Copy, paste it in some location where you feel it's safe. That means if needed, if the original file got corrupted or deleted by mistake, that from you can take that and put it in the. So if you are clear with that basic thing, the same thing we are doing here. And what is the difference? Way of doing the task is different. Why it is different? The main reason it is different because the size in Word document you are having in a KB or MB. But here the size is in GB or terabyte. So the size is huge. So simply copy paste what we used to do or what we are doing in the day-to-day for Excel or maybe PowerPoint or maybe or Word doc. Definitely it's not going to 1 terabyte. If you copy paste, what will happen? You have to wait forever type of thing. And at the end, you're not sure you are going to finish that task or not. So that we have to take care of it. Just a second. Okay, so that thing here. So cold backup means what? Simple cold backup means when database is down and you are taking backup. Database is down. When database is down, that means shut down immediate. And you are going to take backup. So that is clear, sir. Okay, cold means database is down. That we all are on same page. But how to take backup? So step is simple, just like Word document, what you are taking backup. Only difference now, whoever is regular or you all are aware with, some handful of file you need to copy and paste. Simple. Maybe size is big, so to speed up, we are going to use some tool. Some other processes are there in place. That is going to help us to speed up the process. But ultimate thing, we are doing copy and paste. How? Which file we need to do copy paste? If you guys remember, the means the architecture. So which all are the physical parts? These all are, we have discussed, this is what, these are the memory part. If you remember, definitely you all are getting what I'm drawing here. At least you can able to relate it. Then the background processes are there. And here we are having what? N number of files, whichever file you know so far, whatever we have learned. Okay, including outside few files are there like parameter file, this file. So ultimately, which file you are going to copy? You all are going to copy file, this file, okay? Whichever there in the red physical files, whichever there. Where you are going to copy again? Maybe some other drive. Other drive means other mount point. What is the command? CP, if you remember, the early day, that means 3-4 weeks back, when we have learned something called MD, CP. So ultimately what you are doing, you are going to do what? You are simply going to CP source. Source means what? Where these files are. We all know how to find out the location of the file. Which file? Data file, control file, okay, password file. We all know the location. If not, you can just revisit the previous sessions. With the help of DBA data file, with the help of $3 data file, different view we have gone through. That view is going to give us what? It's going to give us a clear picture. Okay, this is the location and this is the file name. And I'll show you what exactly you are going to do. Exact same thing. But I'm saying same thing, I'll show you. So you have to take backup in the different drive, or here in, to be more specific, you used to say different mount point. Okay, so that is, we all are clear with at least cold backup means what. What I mean to say here is step 1 for step down database, okay? Step down DB. Then what do you have to do? Copy paste. What copy paste? Simple CP, then source, which file you need to copy, and destination, where you want to copy. Same thing I'm going to do, show you. And after that, third step, start DB. That's it, you're done. But it is so easy. Yes, it's so easy. Nobody told you this. Nobody, means you, maybe you guys never spend time or didn't get a chance. That's what we used to think, something rocket science. It's nothing rocket science, right? So this 3 steps. And after that, send email, cold backup is done. The problem is, in the industry, these steps are being used very, very less, very little. Guess what? What is the reason? Why it is being used very less? The main reason is, if you are shutting down your database, most of the application of business don't allow you to shut down the database. If that is the case, what you will do? You will not take backup. If you are not taking backup, if something bad happens, what will happen to the entire data? It's gone. It's very, very big risk. Nobody will take that risk. You should have backup. In the companies might be in the lifetime in last 10, 15, 20, 30 years, that never a chance data file or something mess up happened. But still we are doing the best practice. What if it happened? What is the solution? If data is gone, suppose SBI or any bank, all the data gone, what will happen? Can you just think what is going to happen? It's mess, right? You name it, any important banking sector or any transaction, forget about only bank, any company, big organization, what will happen? It's a problem. So to overcome with this is the disadvantage or demerit of cold backup. But what is the advantage? There are several organizations, several databases. If you will shut down for maybe 2 or 3 hours in weekly or maybe daily basis at that midnight or night time, there is no business impact. So for that, you shut down, do copy paste. So for doing this, no expertise is needed. No expert knowledge. That's what I said. If you're a system engineer, you will be able to do it. If you are simple, just normal. Anybody can do copy paste stuff. So no expert required needed for that. So that is the advantage. Disadvantage, database not accessible. Now coming back to hot backup. So hot backup means what? What exactly we are referring here, saying hot backup. Okay, so hot backup means we are just saying here is DB is up. Okay, so let me in hot backup, what will happen? DB is up. That is the most, you can say, advantage, great advantage for having it. DB up. What next? Simple. Here also, you need to just fire one basic one-line statement. What statement? I'm not, suppose something is there called begin. Something is there ordered something, begin backup. So that command you have to give. But the beauty is already I told you that database should be up and it is going to be up. Then you give this begin backup. And where you are going to give this begin backup? Definitely in SQL prompt. Now here little expertise came into the picture. If somebody will ask, or someone you are going to ask from system engineer or many other team, they don't know how to go to SQL prompt. Maybe a month back, you guys were not aware how to go to SQL prompt. But now, few of you might be thinking, sir, it is very easy. Yeah, it's easy. But if you don't know, then though you have seen maybe more than 50 or maybe approx 100 times, that's what you're saying easy. But what happened to the, if you recall your day 1, day 2, or 3, 4, when you were studying or just going through all those things, that time everything was very tough, right? So here you have to go there, SQL, and then you have to fire this command, and then you have to come, and ultimately next step will be just say what? Copy paste only. CP, source, same what you did to destination. And after that, by sitting in the SQL prompt only, you have to give that I gave a begin backup. We have to write something followed by end backup. That's it. When you are going to give end backup? When the copy thing is getting done. And that point of time, you are going to give this particular thing. Okay, now begin backup, CP, source destination, this thing. Now, same thing, first I'm going to show you guys the cold backup and then hot backup. Okay, so this is what we have done is coming under manual. Okay, this is manual. That is, we are not using any tool. The next session, what we will do, or what we will learn, we will be just doing same thing, but with the tool. That tool, terminology wise, we have already got this word, something called RMAN. Okay, so this thing we are going to use, but not today. So let us focus on this one. Focus on this part. Okay, now I'm just going to stop the sharing and again I'll open it in our, give me 1 minute, let me start it. Let me just share the screen, entire screen. I'm just sharing. Okay, so hope you all are. Now, we are checking what database is up or not. Database is up. So first step is to shut down the database. I'm just following the step what I have written there. So first step is done. And learn in the physical file, data file part, like all the data files like undo, sys, system, sysocs, all those. Okay, control file we have gone through, something called password file we have gone through, then the parameter file. So all the files we are going to take. Okay, so how to get the file name, location, select. Okay. So likewise, you can get everything just like we are log file and all those things. Log file is and whichever file. This is the biggest one. Okay, 99% space is being used by this. So this is most. And for if you want to see the control file one, you all know. So parameter control. Other way is also there to just get it. You know what is this location. Same parameter also. So SP file, right? So here also we are getting what is the location. See, we can see. So almost everything we will getting here. Now you did shutdown. Suppose. This is the exact process what you have to do. Okay. After that, just exit it. So first step is done. That means two prerequisites is you need to know the location and name of the file. Then shut down the database. Then you have to know where you are going to take backup. So definitely that backup mount point, backup drive should have free space. That is pre-check you have to do. How much minimum? Just calculate the size of the data file. How to know the size? Because these are the things to start with we never think of. So simply go to that location. And whatever files are there, see, these all are the files, right? You can just get, these all are. So make some of all these and whatever size is coming, that is the main size. But sir, here it's so many, we need to just do, yes, addition, or there's a command that will tell you what is the space occupied for all these files. And this is first time I'm going to show you guys, okay? So that is known as BU. What is BU? Means disk use. This is operating system command. This is Linux operating system command, okay? It's very, very, very useful for all of us, all of you guys, if you are working as a database admin, okay? So DU means disk use. Then what? If you'll give hit enter, total size is this much. So it is in bit or byte or kilobyte or MB or GB, what the unit is of this is. Say for example, if suppose I'll take example of that system. If somebody will ask for maybe sysox, what is the size of it? So how to calculate this? Confusion is bit, byte, or KB or MB, or GB or TB. What size is this? So here, three. That means I'm just dividing this thing by 1024. If you are having confusion 1024, it's going to take time. So just divide this by 1000, 1000. Okay. So I'm removing this part. Just I'm dividing by 100. So first 100 division, this is gone. Okay. So what next? This is gone. 3, second time. Okay. So ultimately, if you see, this is there in byte. So if you remove this, whatever is remaining is kilobyte. Again, you divide by this. So again, whatever is there is MB, megabyte. So the size for this is system is 880 megabyte. MB. Same for this. It is going to be remove 3. It's a byte. That means whatever remaining is KB. Whatever is remaining is what? I'm just removing 3 digit. Okay. So whatever is there in the MB, and again I'm dividing by, so 1 GB, 1.5, 1 and 0.5, 1.5 GB. So likewise, if you calculate same thing, what is the size of this? This is going to be 3.1 GB is being used in this total size, 3.1 GB. So you have to make sure that minimum, that 3 point something GB plus some buffer. What is the buffer? Maybe 20% extra. We have to keep in mind. But sir, if we will not keep, what will happen? A lot of alert will start coming if the place where you are going to copy is going to exceed the limit of 80% or maybe 90%. So the bottom line, if you're not getting that, it will give some alert, forget it, everything. Whatever is size is there, plus 20% extra, you have to keep in mind before copying it. That is the standard. If you are having more confusion, but sir, why should I do? That is the standard, industry standard. You have to follow it. Okay. So what you got? Yes, space is there. You checked one drive, one mount point. Yes, space is there. So what you will do then? Better go and create one folder there with today's date. I'm going to do the same thing just to show you guys what exactly same thing we used to do. So here in this, I can see the more space is there, 3 under this one, okay, under dev. So either I can take this one, or if you will see here, this under slash, we are having 113 GB free. So under that, I'm going to create one folder. So what I'm going to do, slash, and here see the standard what I'm making, mkdir full backup, or I'm giving the name, proper name, what? Cold backup. And today's date, whatever date is there, suppose 30th June, okay? So 21. Okay, we don't have permission, so what I'll do, I'll go to, if that error, that means you don't have the right to do it. So I went into U01 and I'm just making the same. dir, this one. And if you see here, you will be getting one folder called this. Now you have to go there. Right now, PWD, what is the location? See, we are sitting. Now you will do what? CP source. What is the source? Where is the file? Sources. Suppose this. All file you have to do one by one, but I'm going to take only one. If you want to do everything at one go, simply see what I'm going to do. This is the thing what exactly we used to do. CP means what? Under that location, star means everything. CP means copy. Source means what? This is the source. Under SHA, star means everything. No, you want to take only one file. You give that file name. Space, where you want to copy. Dot. Dot means what? Where you are sitting. Where we are sitting. Hit enter. Okay, and it will take some time. So that time is basically downtime because we already shut down the database. We have started taking backup till it is taking backup. Once it's done, you start the database. That's it. Okay. So here the size is very less. It is taking. It may take 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours also, depending on the size. Now, if you'll come here, see all the files comes here. So that is what we say. It's a cold backup. Okay, and after that, you just go and start it. Start the database. Now I'm just removing it. Unnecessary. I don't want to waste thing. I just cleaned up everything. RM listing. It's nothing is there right now. But whatever we have discussed, this is the way to. If somebody will ask us, okay, how to take cold backup? What is the step? This is the step what we have followed. Okay, so as you know, no expertise is needed. That is the advantage. Disadvantage I already told you guys. Now, if you want to take the hot backup, what you do? Okay, if something is there, something called a tool, some tool. So how we are going to use that tool? Okay, so that slowly we will discuss. Now coming back to the slide. So this is what we have discussed. Manual one. I'm not going to show you. Apart from this, one another backup is there, is known as so far whatever we have discussed, it is coming under everything, whatever we have discussed so far. Okay, it is coming under backup known as, I'm making it a little big, okay. Physical backup, okay. Physical backup. Physical means ultimately copy paste operating system, and again further we will discuss other way through RMN. That also it's a physical backup. But the another way of doing backup is known as logical backup. Okay. So what this logical backup means? In the RMN, if in the physical backup, so far what we have learned, if somebody will ask us, can you please take backup of one single table? Because you are simply doing what? System, sysocs, that copy paste you are doing. Where you will find in inside a table, you will not find out. It's not possible. But the table total database size is maybe 10 terabyte. You want to take only backup, one single table's backup, that is maybe 100 MB. The need is just 100 MB tables backup. How you will do that? Or maybe you want to take only backup for HR user, not the entire database. Entire database you are not worrying about that single user that may have only 50 table or 15 table. How to take that? So table backup or any database objects backup, users backup, if you want to take, it is not possible in this way. This way means the whatever we have discussed, something called physical backup or something called cold backup. So for that, we have to go for logical backup. And that logical backup can be done with a utility available in Oracle known as EXP. In older version, we used to say EXP or full form is export. In the newer version, we used to say it EXP BP, data pump, EXP export data pump. What is the main, if you will ask me only one difference between the old EXP and the new EXP DP? In the EXP, it used to take a lot of time. So a lot of time means what exactly you mean to say? Suppose one database size is 100 GB. It used to take earlier 5 hours, 4 hours. Same work you will able to do it maybe half an hour to 40 minutes. That's speed. Okay, so there are many, but why new? Definitely some advantage. One of the biggest advantage is this: fast backup. Okay, so how to do this? What are the basic prerequisite on this? Definitely, we will discuss on due course of time. So today is just the introduction with some basic understanding. Okay, so we will come little bit more detail. More detail means whatever. Just a second. Yeah. So yeah. So ultimately, we will come little bit more deeper technical part. So today is just we have gone through the introduction part only. So that's it from me, my side. And if you guys are somebody watching new or maybe any basic question, you can put in the chat box as usual. My team will get back to you on this. Okay. So thanks everyone, and whoever is there, just join the link for 5 minutes. Okay, I'll be sharing. The same link is there. Okay. So bye.